Ladies and gentlemen, let's switch to our outer studio, as you may call it. There we have a live customer session, which is in Bern with the ELF, where our moderator Zoe Turinesi is awaiting us. Zoe, what do you have for us? Hello, Tobias. I'm with a company that actually does a lot every day with the BLS. Well, if you say BLS it rings a bell, well, it may be the case that you were sitting in a vehicle of the BLS. For example, if you were driving public transport in or around Bern, Stefan Führer is here. He's the head of management at BLS, and probably can throw a figure at me. How many trains do you operate or drive into and out of the Bern station? Good morning, Mrs. Turinesi. Welcome to the BLS. Every day, 1,500 trains are operated in and around Bern, and about 750 are driving into the station and out of the station Bern. Well, that is quite an impressive number, and I found the figure of 670. So 670 men and women are operating a train at the BLS. It's just amazing. And if you have so many employees, you need to have a good overview HR-wise. But the 670 people is just a small share of the people that work with you. Yes, exactly. The BLS employs more than 3,000 employees in more than 500 functions. So very diverse. That is, especially when it comes to the shipping industry. We have captains and also employees on the ship. We also have polishers, engineers, and also rail builders. And also when it comes to customer support, we have employees. We have employees when it comes to customer support, marketing, and so on and so forth. Well, 1 year ago, approximately, you decided for people analytics. So what was So we will hear later on at 11 what the motivation was to change for people analytics.
This is a very good point to actually hand over. If you look at the facts and the data, Christian Schmeichel said this morning, people analytics was the key word he used, and how intelligent people analytics looks like in reality. That's what we will see at the example of BLS AG in Bern. Zoe Turinesi is ready for our live and customer experience. Zoe, you have the floor. Hello, Tobias. Thank you and welcome back in Bern. You've just asked how the feeling is. Well, it's excellent, even though I would have preferred to would have welcomed you on a ship in the middle of a lake in Bern, but now we are at the studio at BLS, close to the station of Bern, and now we have Mike Stutz with us, Senior Controller. So you are responsible for the strategic and HR controlling. Stefan Führer, you've already met him. And you and your team are responsible for continuous development for BLS. We will talk about people analytics in a short moment, but talking about Corona, how is your operations going? It's not normal level yet. Well, no, of course not. We also implemented home office obligations. We had to, obviously. A lot of our employees worked from home, those who can do that. And those who can't work from home, we are implementing the sanitary measures, of course, but we can feel it also in the numbers of people transported. In 2020, we had a reduction of 25%. Impressive. but actually taking a boat is possible again. Yes, it's possible. So we will actually profit from this offer in a short while. But let's talk about something else. About a year ago, you've started to transform. What was your motivation? Was it necessary? Well, actually, we had various HR systems in use in these past years that the platform developed simply in that way. And the reports were actually prepared manually. Data were extracted with a lot of effort and then visualized. And together with our partner, CubeServ, who actually has been counseling us for many years, we found a solution to prepare standard content. And this is called People Analytics from CubeServ. And we've, as BLS, we've implemented that. Did you want to add something? Well, why we opted for CubeServ, People Analytics is a clear demand for professional reporting, for really well-founded analyses. And this need has actually increased at BLS. As Stefan said, the goal to prepare data is very time-intensive, and usually we didn't have any margin left to do an analysis, take decisions or recommendations. This was why we actually decided to take this road, and I have to say, the self-service reporting became more loud. Well, let's look at it more in detail. How did you work before this new system? Well, before we had just Excel sheets. So actually, we compiled data from various systems. You had to manually prepare them to actually adapt them to the different needs. Of course, there were a lot of errors made. One controller worked in that way, the other in another way. And it didn't cover all our needs anymore. And with the solution we have found now, on SAC basis, we have a very reliable tool, a high-quality tool, and it is actually extensible. Please tell us more about this transformation on IT level. What did that mean? Well, of course, we have new personal data that are stored, which actually means higher demands on the authorization levels. And in addition, the data models we've created with various data sources. So how did you actually proceed? Well, since many years, we have implemented SAP solutions, so we have data warehouse, business warehouse, and we've actually integrated these various sources, and then we've actually installed the CubeServ content, and about 80% were covered by CubeServ, and these rest 20%, our own development and our on-premise systems, were very easily we could integrate them very easily into the system, and as Mike Kirchstutz said, we could actually visualize them with the help of the cloud. Were there any challenges during the transformation? Well, the challenges you have to imagine, it was very important for us, even beforehand, to see with CubeServ what they understand by a dashboard and the solution that we want, what is our idea of a dashboard. So we had like a common ground, and during the whole process, the elaboration of these tools, we had to agree to go into the same direction. That was very important for us, and we actually managed to do this. What is our challenge now is to actually implement and launch this tool in the line so that our colleagues will also apply it, and it doesn't stay a standalone tool. Are you happy with your solution? Well, the first feedbacks have been positive. The colleagues were very positive about it, about this new reportings. For us, obviously, it's a basis, it's a foundation on which we can continue to build. So we are very curious to see, to have our own stories with the analytics cloud of SAP, and we are very looking forward to this. The future of BLS, maybe just a few words around this. What are you expecting? Well, positive in general. Of course, as everybody else, we are literally waiting that this whole COVID pandemic is over soon and we can welcome our guests again and we can offer our whole program. And of course, it's also great to see our colleagues physically, not behind a screen. Well, we're not even used to sit in the same room with other people. It's really nice. The future of BLS regarding HR, what does it look like? Well, in the past year, we've decided to implement SAP for BLS. This will be an evolution regarding processes. So we are taking a huge step in digitizing our processes. I'm really looking forward to that. The project is starting in June, and I can't really wait to see my own profile on the solution. Can you see how Stefan Fuhrer is happy about it? It's great. Thank you very, very much, Stefan Fuhrer, Mike Sturz. So we will hand over back to the studio and we're happy to hear about the rest of the program.
Thank you very much. Thanks to Bern and People Analytics. Let's deep dive into that in the panel. So let's hand over to Oliver. Yes, exactly. Mr. Fuhrer, Mr. Sturz, I can only tell you, well, when you look at the people profile the first time, it's really fun. It's just like Facebook. You can design it the way you want it to have and to be. That's the reason why we are happy to welcome you in the SuccessFactors family.